Something unsettling is starting to trail Prince William and Kate Middleton, and according to royal experts, it's not just palace gossip or online noise. There's a growing sense that what looks calm on the surface may actually be the early stages of something far more serious, with one insider even warning that this has all the makings of a future crisis for the monarchy. And the most surprising part is how quietly it's all unfolding. Not long ago, William and Kate were seen as the steady center of the royal family, carefully avoiding drama while focusing on duty and image. But recent reports suggest that tone may be shifting. Observers claim the Waleses are no longer just reacting to events as they come. Instead, they appear to be preparing, almost defensively, as if they expect turbulence ahead. It's a subtle change, but experts say it's exactly these kinds of behind-the-scenes moves that signal trouble before the public ever realizes it's coming. And that's where things start to get interesting. The real eyebrows were raised when news broke that the Waleses had brought in Liza Ravenscroft. On paper, it looks like a professional hire, nothing more. But royal commentators aren't buying that explanation so easily. They're asking why now and why this particular role at a time when the couple publicly projects stability and control. Some reports claim this isn't about routine image management at all, but about bracing for impact. As one expert put it, this looks less like planning for success and more like preparing for a fight that hasn't officially begun yet. And once that idea is out there, it's hard to ignore. Naturally, this has dragged Prince Harry and Meghan Markle back into the conversation, even though they haven't made any major moves recently. According to commentators, there's a belief that unresolved tensions linked to the Sussexes could resurface in ways that put fresh pressure on the monarchy. To be clear, these are claims and speculation, not confirmed facts, but the chatter is growing louder. Some reports suggest that any future projects, interviews, or revelations connected to Harry and Meghan could reopen old wounds, forcing William and Kate into damage control mode all over again. And if that happens, insiders believe the Waleses want to be ready before the narrative spirals. What's adding fuel to the fire is the uncomfortable comparison being made with King Charles. A Daily Mail editor recently questioned why the Waleses seem to be taking such proactive steps while the king appears to have far fewer defenses in place. By comparison, Charles is being described as having the short end of the stick, relying more on tradition and restraint than on strategic protection. That contrast has sparked whispers of imbalance inside the royal hierarchy, with some suggesting that William and Kate are quietly positioning themselves as the most safeguarded figures in the family, whether intentionally or not. And that's where the theory of fighting back early comes into play. Experts argue that the Waleses may have learned from past royal missteps, especially moments when silence allowed stories to grow out of control. Instead of waiting for a full-blown scandal, the thinking goes, they may be choosing to shield themselves now, long before anything explodes publicly. It's not about launching attacks or escalating drama, but about controlling the ground they stand on. In today's media climate, perception can become reality overnight, and insiders say William and Kate know that better than anyone. Still, some commentators are uneasy because moves like this often suggest fear as much as foresight. If everything were truly settled, would there be a need for such calculated preparation? That's the question being quietly asked behind palace doors and in editorial rooms. Rumors suggest there's concern about long-term instability rather than one single event, a slow-burning situation that could drag on for years instead of weeks. And those are often the hardest crises to manage because they never arrive with a clear starting point. What makes this moment so striking is how ordinary it might look to the public. There are no dramatic statements, no explosive interviews, no obvious confrontations. Just a hire here, a comment there, and a growing sense among experts that the monarchy is bracing itself for something it hopes never fully materializes. Whether that something comes from lingering family rifts, shifting public opinion, or pressures we haven't even seen yet, remains unclear. For now, everything appears calm, but seasoned royal watchers warn that calm is often the final stage before deeper tensions surface. If this really is preparation rather than paranoia, then William and Kate might be trying to stay one step ahead of history instead of becoming another chapter in it. And as these quiet moves continue, the question isn't whether a crisis has arrived yet, but whether we're already watching the very beginning of one without realizing it.